All right, so let's look at how to use what is grep to be able to extract information exactly the way we want. You know, information comes like some come in text file, others come in CSV, and then in that order. With the CSV, you might grep actually extract information in lines, but you might also want to extract the information on, let's say, a specific column, not the entire, what is it, a rule now. So let's look at how to do that. And I'm doing this specifically because of a friend who actually asked me to do, and I would recommend that he watches this video. Okay, so I'm going to so let me share my screen. Right, so I have my Excel file, files which are seated here. There is a file here. Okay, I can just pick any of the files, but I have this file called, okay, this one. Okay, so MTV virus, like there are some kind of virulent genes which I have extracted from Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And so I'm just going to try and see. So let's look at something here. So we are going to say head. We'll look at the first head. We'll look at the first 20 of them. And then we put it MTB under this. And so that should give us. So these are, if you check, you have the genome name, you have the gene, you have the number, you have the gene ID. So don't worry about the arrangement because this is Linux and then it will not appear like it is in Excel form. It's a CSV file. So let's assume that we want to actually extract the information that we have there using grep. First of all, because of my picture, let me pull up a little bit. First of all, let's do this. I'm going to say grep in the first place. What am I grepping? Let's assume that I am extracting only the information from Mali. So all the genomes that were taken from Mali, let's say from here, all right? So format this, and then I'm going to copy it. So if I come here, I'm just going to put this, and then I will simply paste the information over there and then close it. I am grepping this particular part from which file? From MTB, and then I'll put this, then it should finish it for me. When I do that, it picks only the Mali. You can see that it picks all the information from Mali and print it out. If this is what you wanted, then it's enough. But you see that it will pick it with the genome name, the gene, the number, and then the gene ID, then in that order. Let's assume that you are not interested in all the genes from Mali, but you are interested in only this particular gene. All right? This particular gene, ECCB1. That's the only gene that you are interested. So, but you see, you have all the information displayed here. What will you do? Or let me say, any of the genes, let's just say you are interested in one of the genes, but not all of the genes. So that is where, so when we come here, you notice that we only grepped and it gave us the lines. All of it, it just selected all of them, but we want to specify a particular column. So what we normally do is we pipe here. We do a pipe operator. So we are piping the results we have here into a different section or into a different section where we can apply another function or another command to do what we want. And to be able to select a column, we use what we call the cut command. So I will now say cut here. And so what am I cutting? I have for cut, you have to identify the delimiter. In this case, our delimiter is comma separated. So a CSV file. So we are working on a CSV file. As you can see, it is CSV over here. So now we have specified that we are working with a CSV file. So when we have done that, then the next thing is to say, in that particular CSV file we are working, which column are we looking at? So that's F means column. If I put 1 there, it means column 1. If I put 2, that's column 2. And I think genes should be in column 2. Genes should be in column 2. And so I will say 2 here. If I leave it like this, it's going to print, or if I leave it like this, I can actually say head. So I don't want it to repeat the entire thing. But if I leave it like this and I enter, it will print, oh, that's actually the, not, I think that's not the genes, that's actually the genome's names. So it should rather be F3, not F2. Yeah, so I'll simply just do this and change it to 3. And so that should print the genes. As you can see, the genes are now here. It has printed the genes. But let's assume that you're not interested in all the genes. You are just interested in only this particular gene here. You want to find out how many times that particular gene has appeared. So you are interested in only that particular gene. But maybe not just the subtype 3, but you are interested in only up to this, so that it can pick, or let me say up to, okay, ECC. So that to pick any other gene that is starting with ECC. So we come again, and then let me do this. I will play, and then we come here. That was where we ended. So what am I supposed to do? I will pipe the results again into another resource. And in this case, I am using the grep again. I'm not grepping from this particular resource. So I'll say grep again, then I'll come here. And so what am I grepping? I'm grepping a gene called ECC. So wherever it finds ECC, ECC, it will print it out. So you see that it selects only the E. Wherever it sees ECC, it will select only those genes, and then you are good to go. This is how to be able to use grep together with cat, and then select exactly what you want, and then you are good to go. First of all, you use the grep to select whatever you want, use cat to select the column you want, and then you can go into that particular column and then select, use the grep again. And then I don't know if I had used just cat alone, that would have worked. Maybe let me try that and see. So let's say I wanted to use the cat command. And so I'm using cat, let's say, and then the delimiter is actually a comma separated. And then in which particular file? So let me identify the column. And so it is column 3. Now I know it is column, what is column 3? And so in which particular file? Then I have to say mtb v, then follow like this. So if I do that, it picks, yeah, that works just right. So it's just too much. It's just too much. All right, so I could stop it, and so I have already selected the column that I want. The next thing to do is to now pipe out, and then say that we want to grep what? We want to grep a gene which is called ECC, and then I'll close it up, and that's all. So that it picks only that particular gene. I can see. So it will pick only that particular gene. I don't know what I have done, but it appears it's. So, and then when I have when I am done, then I can pack the results into something else. Then if you want to pack the results into something, you simply just use a greater than sign, and then you indicate your output, and then the results will simply go there. This is one of the ways through which you can actually use grep, but I think I'll go with the first one because this is actually cat. But my tutorial was on grep, how to be able to use grep to be able to select maybe things, and then be able to get exactly what you want. And now the question my friend asked me, now let me try see if I can answer it. So so I'm going to clear all that I have here. So let me clear here. and then I come down here. So I'm going to list my Excel again, then go to, let's say, tuberculosis. What is it? The tuberculosis. So I am going to grep. So this was where I started. So I am going to grep the, but before you can grep, I think that the easiest way is to know what you are grep, because grep uses pattern. So if I am going to grep, let's say tuberculosis, I need to first of all have a feel of how tuberculosis works. So let me say I'm going to check the first 4 lines of the tuberculosis file, and you can see it's actually a mess. All right. So the genome name, the here is actually so is so messed up that I don't know which one to be able to use. What is it? It's messed up. The variables are just too many. The variables are too many. So it will be difficult. So let me use a different file. If you want to understand this way, maybe if it were on Excel, then you already know, let's say if I have Excel here, I see that's the file I'm trying to open in Linux there. And you can see some of the, so let's assume that I wanted to take the whole of Mycobacterium tuberculosis strain, this particular strain. That's what I wanted to. So that way, but when you open it up over there, it's so messed up that it's difficult to be able to see. So maybe I'll work with a different file. Maybe that would be easier. Because the one so let me list it again and see. I have this data called cookies. Cookies dot K. Where can I find K? Where can I find? Okay, itris dot CSV. Okay, so let me say ls. No, let me use head, and then I'll say itris. So now I have itris, all these things, and then I want to use grep to be able to work with it. So I think this particular data, if I should change it, and then you look at the tail part of it, you will see that there are also people who like Pito and stuff. So we want to, and then we have town, food, unit sold, revenue, cost, profit, date, and then in that order. Now let's assume that we want to select, or we want to grep only we want to look at Kulikuli alone. Okay? Or we want to look at, just Kulikuli alone. So we grep, and then it's always good to copy and paste so that you don't make mistake. And then I will simply come and paste it here, and then I will just close it. I am going to grep this in which particular file? That's the most important thing. In which file? The file is itris.csv. Yep. So you can see it has printed all of it, as you can see here. So it picks everywhere it finds Kulikuli, it will just pick it over there. And then you are good to go. So it select only Kulikuli from wherever. But let's assume that apart from the Kulikuli that it has selected, you are looking at the Kulikuli in only Yendi. You see? So if I do like this, then I will pipe the results into a cat, and so that I can select only. You notice that I use only Kulikuli, but it picks all the columns, because grep does not select columns. Even if you're going to select column, unless you add a bit of something here so that to select the column for you. So grep works practically on rows. If you want columns, you use cat. So we pipe the results into a cat, the cat function. And for the cat, you use a delimiter. That's D means delimiter. Then what delimiter is the file? It is a CSV. So CSV means comma separated. So we'll put the comma in the double quote. and then we move in which particular column. So when we say dash F, the F means field. Which field are we looking at? We are looking at field 1. Okay, and then when we do that, it will print only the field that has the field that is made of the towns. That's where you have the Tumu, the like Najo number 2, and then all of them. And you want to select the community and then look at what is happening there. So you have to pipe the results out again into another grep. And then what are we grepping right now? We are now grepping, let's say, a community called Tumu. And then close it. So when you do that, it will select only the Tumu for you. And then you are good to go. So it select only Tumu for you to now know that, okay, this is the one that I was looking for. So to my very good friend, these are some of the ways you can actually do that. I think I have also used, let me clear my screen. I have also I wanted okay, gene presence and absence, CSV. I don't know if that particular file would gene presence, the .cs. Saying that file is not there. Oh, yes, actually one. Oh, sorry. So head, gene presence and absence 1, and then yeah. So you can imagine this kind of a mess, and then you want to select a particular gene, then you can use the same approach to be able to do that. But I think that the most important example that is very easy that my friend can relate to is the one that we have used with the one that we have used here, where we have the MTV. So here, it's very easy. You select, maybe you want your gene, and then in that order. So when you do that, it's very easy for you to, you first of all have to grep. What do you want? Maybe you can grep the genome, what is it, a name. Then you go ahead and then you can go into the field that you want, and then you select. Or you can start with the cat command, select the field that you want, and then you can go ahead and then grep to select exactly what you want. So you would have started with cats, and then you use your delimiter. Here we are dealing with a CSV file. If you are using a tab, then you should know the delimiter. If it is a text file, you should know the delimiter. Yeah. And then, so we say we are looking for a field, and so we are looking for field 3. And then the field 3 is made of, I think, genes, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So gene. So I think number 2 is rather, 2. And then, yep, so we do that. To be able to print whatever that is found in that particular column. Oh, sorry, I did not specify the file. So let me cut it. And then I will now specify the file. The file is mtb, like this. mtb like this. Okay. And so it will print everything that is there. Why are you just skipping long? No, not as such. So it's a whole lot of yep, then it comes to an end. You can see it's a whole lot, right? And so we come all the way here. We have selected the column. but I think we selected a wrong column because we actually wanted genes. So that's what we should have done here. We should have said F3 instead of F2. That's one. And if we wanted to have a look, then we could have just pipe it and then say head. So we can just look at a few of them. So that way you can see that we can see that we're in the genes column now. The genes are many. So let's assume that the genes are many, but you are just looking for only a gene that ends with or that has a name ECC. So that's where you use it in the grep. So what am I grepping? I am grepping. There's a gene called ECC there, and then you close it up, and then that's a gene. So it will simply print only that gene. Wherever that gene is found, it will just print it until you get to an end. So another way, let me clear this. And then, so after we've done this, we could have also piped the results out like this. And then we can say that we just want to look at head, and then we say dash n, and then we give it, let's say 30. We want to look at the first 30 of those genes. So you can see wherever you see the ECC gene, 30 of them, which is over here. And then let's assume that we wanted to pack the whole results out. Maybe we didn't have to bring the head. Then we could have just packed the results out like I showed earlier. So to my very good friend, this is the easiest way to be able to go into your file, select the column that you want, and then follow the same process, and you are able to get exactly what you want from your Kraken file. Thank you very much. I think I didn't want this video to be long, but it turned out to be long. Sorry. Okay, so that's about it for today, and I hope you have learned something small about grepping. Yeah, you can always explore more. This is not the all about grep. You can always explore more. Check on my YouTube channel all the time, and please don't forget to subscribe.